Hey y'all, how you doing today? Dana here, and I got fresh produce coming out of Mom and Dad's garden. And it's my job to help them eat it up, right? And I'm thankful for them for growing a good garden for us, but I've got extra stuff to do with this produce. So what am I gonna do? Today, I'm gonna do a yummy and delicious tart and fresh marinated garden vegetables. Marinated garden vegetables, and you just mix it up, put everything in, all the vegetables in it, and put it in the refrigerator and leave it for a few hours or overnight, and then you've got something really good. Some vegetables, they're marinated, and they'll cool you off on a hot day, and they're tasty. And they are also very good with like anything rich, any kind of rich food. This is gonna be really good. So let me tell you the easy way to make this, okay? First of all, you're just gonna need a whisk, and you're gonna need something to stir it up in, and that's what I'm doing right now. And let me just tell you how easy this is. Now, y'all, I will post the recipe below, so that's where you can find that, okay? So, the first thing we're gonna need is some vinegar. This is half a cup of vinegar. Now, how easy was that? We're gonna need a cup of water. Yep, a cup of water. Then we're gonna need some sugar and spices. Now, you don't put much sugar in it. But, you know, this is 1/4 of a cup of sugar, so there's not much sugar going in it. And then you're going to put 1/2 of a teaspoon of paprika. Now, you can omit any of the stuff that you don't want, but that paprika does something good to it. So, I don't know what, but it's good. And then we're going to need some salt. We're going to need 2 teaspoons of salt, okay? And I don't have my salt cellar here, so we're just going to have to do it this way, okay? There we go, 2 teaspoons of salt. And now we're gonna need some cracked black pepper. Now y'all, if you don't have this, just add 1/2 teaspoon of regular black pepper. And if I get this lid off, yeah, there we go. We're gonna just add it straight in. And this black pepper is really good, and it gives it a really good flavor. And so I'm not measuring this, as you can see, so I'm eyeballing it. So if you don't feel comfortable eyeballing it, ooh, it's getting tough, then you can measure it. It's no problem. I like a lot of pepper, so I might do a little extra. All right, we got that. We got all of that. And now what we're going to need is some oil. And y'all, this is a little 1/4 of a cup of cooking oil. That's going to be something beautiful and do something beautiful to our vegetables. These are marinated garden vegetables. And you can decide what you want to put in it. All right, here we go. This is what it looks like. And I've just got to tell y'all, know my husband doesn't do onions, so I'm gonna make 2 containers. I'm gonna pour this into 2 containers. One will have onions and one will not have onions, because I like onions. All right. So there we got this stirred up, and I'm going to show y'all the different containers I'm going to put it in. I was looking through my containers. I'm going to put part of it in a jar, a wide mouth jar with a lid on it, and the other one I'm going to put in this. Do y'all remember these? I have had this since, gee whiz, forever. I wonder how old this is, but anyway, I've had this for a long time. You know, you put it in there and it has this in it. You can lift it up and get the vegetables out that you want, and the liquid will go down under it. Is this not the coolest? I know, and it has a lid too, and when we get there, I'll put the lid on it. So anyway, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna pour 1/2 of this into the jar, and 1/2 of it into this cute little vintage Tupperware container. Yeah. All right, there we go. And now the job is just about over. All I got to do now is fill this up with vegetables and give it a little shake. So what we're going to spend our time doing right now is chopping up the vegetables. So y'all tell me how you're doing today. What's going on with you? I'm just trying to use up these good garden vegetables, and I've got to get some cucumbers going. I do want cucumbers in there. So for my cucumbers, of course, I'm going to peel and chop. And I guess I could have chopped these before, but I thought we could just talk and visit. You know, like you would do if you were in the kitchen with your sister or your grandmother or your mother. Part of cooking in the kitchen and getting people in the kitchen with us is so we can visit and we can connect, and life is good. You learn a lot of stuff in the kitchen with people, do you not? Do y'all agree with that? I think you do. And you also bond when you're in the kitchen. All right, I had another cucumber, but where is it? Okay, there it is. Think I need two? That's a lot. Let me try one cucumber. And then I'm going to tell y'all another thing that I'm going to do too. For me, my husband and I both like spice. So I've got 2 jalapenos here, fresh off the vine, that I'm going to kind of do this. I'm leaving all the seeds in. I'm cutting it open. I'm dropping it in because we want the heat. Yes, indeed. We want the heat. Now, any of this that you don't like, you don't put in there if it's yours, because this is your food. You make it the way you like it. So both of those are getting some jalapeno down in it, and that's going to be so good. But anyway, let me get this cut. Move this over so you can see it. I'm going to cut the ends off because my mom always said we had to. So there they go, down in the garbage disposal. Okay. Now, I'm going to do these in small bites, but now you could do them in strips. You could do them the way you want to, but I'm just going to do these in some small bites for us because there's no need. And, you know, it'll help the juice to get in there and get those marinated. So I'm going to do those in some small bites. Y'all see how I'm cutting it? All right. I'm going to make that a little smaller. I'm going to do mine in bites. Now, if you want yours in big, long sticks or anything like that, you go right ahead. I'm going to get these all cut before I, let me get my big knife, before I divide them. There we go. Sometimes you just got to pull out the big knife and handle something. Right, y'all? That could be another saying beside put on your big girl undies and handle it. Pull out the big knife. Get it chopped up. Okay, I'm dividing those in 2. The next thing I'm going to do is some of these peppers. Now, I've got these 2 peppers right here, and I'm just going to divide those. Yum, yum. I don't like wasting food. It's just a trait with me. I cannot stand to waste food. And if I can find a juicy and delicious way to, you know, get these vegetables and stuff and use them, I'm going to do it. And plus, it's fun. Don't you think it's fun chopping this stuff up? It's fun. Of course, I'm not a chefy chopper because I just, you know, take care and get my stuff done. I do admire people who can do that, though. It's fun to watch when someone's really snazzy and showy with how they're doing stuff, but I'm just a gal in the kitchen trying to get food on the table and that's all that I am, a home cook. And I love all of y'all getting together with me. It is wonderful. But anyway, getting these peppers done. And I love exploring recipes, y'all. I was with the wonderful ladies called the Lady Lakers up at Highland Lake, and they have cookbooks for sale. And I got one of them over there. I'm going to show it to you. It's called A Taste of Highland Lake. And I'll put a link below in case you want to get some of their recipes, but they've got really good recipes in here. They live on a beautiful lake in Blount County, and David and I were up there the other day. We just love visiting them. They're wonderful people. And I found out about that cookbook. I'm like, oh, I want them. So anyway, I bought 2 different versions of them. And they have one that's sold out now, so I'm looking around for the first one. But anyway, all I'm doing is just chopping up this stuff. How are y'all doing today? Pretty good? It has rained and rained and rained and rained at my house. Usually in August in Alabama, we don't have all this rain. It usually gets dry and we're under drought conditions. But it has rained and rained and rained and rained at our house. And I appreciate it. My grass, everything's growing, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But we've had some rough weather. How is the weather where you're at? We have had some rough weather lately with, you know, hail and wind damage and things like that. So, anyway, it is what it is. Let me get this. I'm not a fast chopper, so if y'all want to fast forward, y'all fast forward. I can do it faster when I'm by myself, but I like having you in the kitchen with me. We can visit. All right, now I'm about to start divvying these up into these jars, okay? Let me see right here. Okay. David's gonna love this. And y'all, this goes really good with any kind of rich food. It goes really well. And look, it's gonna be so pretty. Look at all these beautiful colors. Let me see if I can get some of these. All right, now y'all know my hubby does not do onions, so I'm gonna have to make sure none of those end up in his. So, it's good. And anyway, y'all look about my book. It's on sale right now on Amazon, and the ebook is on sale as well. So you can look about that. Let me get this in David's right here and see. Okay, I'm gonna shake. I'm gonna shake David's up and see how it's looking. Y'all see how pretty that is. See, David will have all these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yum. And listen, when you get this made, you need to put it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours and let it chill before you serve it. And this is going to be a good bite-sized thing. You get a spoon, put it on your plate, and, you know, eat it with any good meal that you're serving. You're going to love this. I guarantee you'll love it. But now I'm going to put some onions in mine. So here we go. Some more cucumbers and some onions in mine. And then we'll be set. And y'all, I'm just taking my time today. I hope that's okay with you. Sometimes I try to get you in and out of here in a hurry because I don't want to waste your time. But some of y'all tell me that you like visiting. So for y'all that like visiting, welcome to my kitchen. For y'all that don't want to visit, then fast forward, okay? You can fast forward. You know how to do it. All right, let me get my onion going here. All right, I'm going to have to move that out of the way. Get this done. If my husband comes in, he'll say, oh, that stinks. Because, you know, he can't do onions. He can eat them if I cook them to death. But he can't eat. They just don't do well for him. Several people in his family can't eat them. So they can't, some of them can't even eat garlic. At least he can eat garlic. And I'm thankful for that. Because you got to have some flavor in there. And, you know, people that use onions all the time, they don't understand. Some people are allergic. They can't eat them, you know. And they'll be like, you don't put onions in it. And I'm like, I know. Because I'm telling you, my family, we all, when I grew up, I mean, you'd have onions, raw onions on your plate with your food. But I always think I gave up onions to marry my husband, but he was worth it. But now, on days like this, when I want some onions, I'll chop me some up. But anyway, let me get me a few chopped up in there. This is a small onion. There we go. Oh, y'all, I was supposed to put some tomatoes in it. Let's get a tomato. My mother has some tomatoes that are good. They're the early girls. I don't know what kind of tomatoes y'all like, but I do think I'll cut up a few of these and put them in there. We might as well have some tomatoes too. Just think how pretty that's gonna look. Now hers are coming to the end of their production, and some of them are not as pretty as she wants them, but you know, nobody will know when we chop them up and put them in here. We'll just chop them up and put them in there. Yeah. Y'all, how pretty is this gonna be? It's like summer in a jar. Summer in a jar. And that tang, the tang of that, the heat, the tang, it's gonna be some good eating. This is, I guess we could call this summer in a jar, couldn't we? Okay, I got 2 going in his, and I'm about to have 2 going in mine. Like I said, these are early girls. And my mom and dad plant a different variety every time. Sometimes they just do a lot of them. So anyway, I'm gonna have tomatoes as well in mine, and aren't they gonna be pretty? The good reason you would want it in a clear jar is so you can enjoy the beauty of it while you're, you know, when you sit it on the table or whatever, it will just be quite beautiful. All right, here it is. Do y'all remember these containers? Isn't that something? Okay, now I'm gonna put my lid on this one and we're gonna shake this up again. Y'all ready? Get those distributed in there. I may have to stir that one. I will stir that one in a minute, and I'm gonna do that with this one. Stir it up. And see, you don't have to put it in these kind of containers. You can always put it in a bowl, a pretty bowl, and then serve it like that. Okay, let me see what it looks like in here. Did it get mixed up? Oh yeah, look at that. And see, you can pull this up like this and see what you're getting. It's got, ooh, good stuff. Let me see. My husband is gonna love me for this. And your family will love this too. I think you'll be surprised at how much you're gonna love this. And you don't have to, you know, can it or anything. You just put it in the refrigerator and pull it out. And this is summer in a jar right here. Let me get my lid on. It's gonna be so good later. All right, at least a minimum of 2 hours. Oh, that lid's not on good, and if I shake it now, we're gonna have a mess. Okay, what do y'all think? Ta-da! All right, let's shake them up. Go 2 hours in the refrigerator, and they're gonna be some mighty fun eating in just a couple of hours. The good Lord loves you, and I love you too. Y'all go get you some marinated summer vegetables or summer in a jar. Bye now.